Across the Flow FM network, a Flow News 24 update.
We go to the Flow News 24 desk, and this morning we look at some of the emerging headlines. First is on the referendum for an indigenous voice, and that business support for the Yes campaign is backfiring. Companies including Wesfarmers, BHP and Rio Tinto, they've donated millions to the Yes campaign. However, BHP Australia President Geraldine Slattery said it would help its staff to make an informed decision. Senator Jacinta Nampijinpa Price says the support of corporate Australia for the voice is backfiring, and that some employees of companies feel that they are being ostracised. Price was speaking on the sidelines of the launch of the Western Australian Liberals' No campaign and said the No campaign has been helped by the WA government's botched implementation and subsequent scrapping of its Aboriginal cultural heritage laws. And we move now to the discussion about Australia's defence. And our defences will be bolstered by a deal to acquire 200 Tomahawk cruise missiles from the US at a cost of $1.3 billion. The deal was among the recommendations of the Defence Strategic Review earlier in 2023. The US will also supply Australia with 60 anti-radiation guided missiles at a cost of $430 million, while the government will spend $50 million to equip the Army's Boxer combat reconnaissance vehicles with anti-tank guided missiles. The Defence Industry Minister Pat Conroy says the long-term aim is to build missiles in Australia. We now go to the discussion, and this time about electricity. And the Australian Energy Market Operator will issue its electricity statement of opportunities before the end of August, with the document being its 10-year forecast for the national electricity grid. AEMO is expected to use the statement to warn of the ongoing reliability risks in the system and to urge business and industry to proceed with planned development projects amid concerns that the transition to renewable energy is not going as smoothly as hoped. AEMO's prediction of ongoing reliability risks is expected to increase pressure on the New South Wales government and Origin Energy to expand and extend the lifespan of the Erring power station, which provides around a quarter of the New South Wales energy needs, which is currently due to close in 2025. And we continue to look at problems on your email. Well, the TPG Telecom has forced a switch of emails for its users, causing great consternation amongst many of the elderly and aged who use TPG as their internet service provider and their email provision. Christine Moore, who has written to the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission to complain that the TPG Telecom was holding its email users to ransom, with Moore having had an email account with TPG for more than 20 years. And in the Australian Financial Review article, TPG has given its email users less than 2 months to transfer their accounts to their messaging company. And if they do not, their accounts will be suspended and eventually deleted. The messaging company is owned by Amatil, and CEO Dave Richards has suggested it could cost about $4 a month for a single email account unless customers accept advertising. Does seem like a poor decision from that telco, and causing a lot of issues for elderly people. One in our family actually on the weekend had exactly that issue, and so it's incumbent, I think, on the technology providers to not make it difficult, particularly for our mature citizens who are taking on technology at a fast rate. But when you have to change your email, I think it is a big slap in the face for those users, and maybe they should look at another telecommunications company. That's a look at our look at the Roy Morgan briefs and summaries for today.
A Flow News 24 update.